So I think that was the thing that truly cleared my acne. So guys, this is how I got my skin looking from this to this in a matter of months. I know a lot of you guys have been complimenting my skin, you've been asking for my routine, you've been asking for all of this, and today I'm going to be going through my skin journey, the things I've used, and also tips you can use to improve your skin at home. So let's get straight into it. This video basically took years and years of trial and error so that you won't have to go through the same thing. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and get a pen and paper to write any notes, and let's get straight into it. So growing up into mid-teens, I had no acne. Like, my skin was literally completely clear. I didn't really have any problems with pimples, breakouts, anything like that. And I thought that I was just blessed, I was just lucky, I'm not gonna get acne. Let me tell you, when GCSE came, my acne popped off. Like, I went from having no acne, like a little bit, maybe like one spot per month, to getting a major cystic breakout. When I tell you, I tried to use everything to try to clear my acne, and I basically shot myself in the foot because I was doing absolute rubbish. I was using the ordinary peeling solution. I was using glycolic acid one day. Let's just say I was using everything on my skin and it reacted in the worst way possible. Like, I literally got chemical burns on my skin the day before prom. Here are the things that I did stepwise to improve my skin and to clear it up for good. So the first thing I did is reduce my skincare routine. I reduced it to the bare minimum. When I'm saying bare minimum, like actually cleanser, moisturizer, sun cream, and that was pretty much it. All of this extra stuff that you're using, like toners, like exfoliators, they're good once you've got your skin to the point where it's like clear and you're just trying to maintain it. But when you have really painful cystic acne, or like acne that just keeps coming up, you don't want to be throwing everything at it because you're not going to know what's working for you, what's making it worse. I would recommend that you have a simplistic routine. One of my favorite cleansers for this would be something like the Simple Micellar Water Cleanser. It has no fragrance and it's really basic, and that's what I like about it. If you have sensitive skin like me, you should go with something that's unfragranced, really simple, no actives, and you do not want these harsh scrubs because they're not going to clear your acne. It's just going to make it worse and your skin more irritated and painful. And then my favorite moisturizer would be something basic again, no fragrance. I like to stay away from fragrance. Anything in a moisturizer, it should just be basic. So I like the simple lightweight moisturizer, and I also like the La Roche-Posay cream. Even if you have oily skin, you still have to moisturize, and if you don't moisturize, it'll make your skin more oily and then you'll break out. So always moisturize even if you don't want to. And the third thing is use a good sun cream. There's a lot of myths in the skincare community and in the black community. A lot of people think that people of color do not need sun cream, like we already have protection in our skin. And that's fair enough, we do have some kind of protection in our skin, but it's only up to SPF 15. And that is not enough to protect you from skin cancer, protect you from hyperpigmentation, to protect you from all of these different things. So something you should always do, even if it's winter, even if you live in London and it's always raining, wear sun cream. I really like the Korean ones because they're light and they also don't really have a white cast. I'm kind of using this one and it's really, really good. And there's also the Black Girl sun cream that's really good for no white cast. Even if you live in a cold climate, it's gonna help. My second point is stop trying to be a dermatologist. I know you see all of these things on TikTok and YouTube and they're telling you to use this acid, use this product, use this. But at the end of the day, you're just throwing products at a blind case. Like, you don't know what's going on, you don't know what's going on under your skin, you don't know what's going on with your blood, with your hormones, and you're just throwing things at it and expecting it to work. And most of the time it's not going to work and you're going to end up more broke because you spent money that you don't need to use. The skin and the body are really complex. Like, why do you think dermatologists have to go for years and years of training? It's because it's complex and it's not just something that you can learn on TikTok. It's something that requires a lot of research, and everyone's skin is different. Not one person's skin is the same. So guys, if you're in the UK, this is a lot more easier for you. If your skin is really, really bad and you're really struggling with your self-esteem and it's really painful, I recommend seeing a doctor. I recommend seeing a GP because this is the one thing that is definitely gonna help, and it's gonna tell you what is causing all of this acne. So I basically went to my GP like 2 years ago and they put me on a lot of different treatment. They will basically give you one treatment at a time, see if there's any difference to your skin, and if it doesn't improve, they'll give you something that's stronger or something that's different. So I started off by using cream. I used Duac, and it's basically benzoyl peroxide. It didn't really make a difference for me. I've been using it for years and it didn't make any difference to my skin. So then I went on some antibiotics, and let me tell you, these antibiotics are strong. Like, when you're having them, I really recommend that you have yogurt, probiotics, stuff like that, because it will mess up your stomach biome. So just make sure you have good bacteria in your stomach, because my stomach was finished after some of these antibiotics. And I had limacycline, I think doxycycline. It made some of a difference, but it mostly just had really bad side effects, so it didn't really work. And then after that, they basically refer you to a dermatologist. In the UK, you guys know referrals take forever. This referral took like 6 months, and then I got referred to the local hospital for the skin clinic, the dermatology, and this was basically one of the best things to happen to me. So when I went to dermatology, they look at your skin, they look at your conditions, they look at your blood, and they try to find out what's going on. For me, there wasn't really anything that was causing it in particular. It was basically just acne that I think it was hormonal or something, but they couldn't really pinpoint what is causing it. So then I went on this medication that I'm sure you've heard of. It's called Accutane or isotretinoin. And when I tell you, this medication is very strong, and like, you have to get blood tests, you have to get pregnancy tests, you have to get a lot of different things before you go on this medication. So it's not something that you take lightly. It's just something that you just take and you're like, that's it. It's a really strong medication, and it's often offered as a last resort for people with acne. If you are thinking of going on it, I really recommend that you do your own research. You look at the side effects, because the side effects are quite strong, like dry skin. It could cause liver damage in some people, so it's really important to get regular blood tests. So one thing with isotretinoin is that it gets worse before it gets better, and I'm sure you've heard of it if you've heard of that medication. When I tell you, my skin broke out into painful bumps, like I was like, did I make a mistake taking this medication? After a few weeks, obviously I saw some improvement, but let me tell you, it took months and months of improvement. And I normally have dry skin, but I've never had dry skin like that before. My lips literally peeled to the point where they were pink. Like, they didn't even look like my normal skin tone. They were literally a bright pink, and it took me a while to notice this. Like, when I look back at selfies, I was like, wow, it was so bad. Another thing is, it makes your skin really sensitive to light. So I used sunscreen, but I didn't apply it as much as I should have, so my skin got really dark compared to my body, and there was just a lot of things that went on. But at the end of the treatment, after like 6-8 months, my skin cleared. My skin still wasn't at where I wanted it to be, but it was a lot better than before, so I couldn't complain. I could make a more detailed video on Accutane, how to use it, things that you can do to improve your skin whilst you're on it, and let me know if you guys would like to see that, because that is another topic in itself. So I think that was the thing that truly cleared my acne. Like, after that, it was so much better. There's a lot of things I also did to clear my acne, and it was changing from dairy, like cheese and like milk, to dairy-free products. So right now I only drink oat milk. Like, I haven't drank real milk for a long time, unless it's by accident. I still consume things that have milk products in them, but I just try to stay away from pure milk, because I realized that when I had it, my skin would flare up, and I was also lactose intolerant. My stomach would hurt, and I thought it was normal, but after much realization, it's not normal. So just find out if you're lactose intolerant, because that could contribute to your acne, and it also messes with your hormones a little bit. So if that's something you haven't tried before, maybe try it. I also made sure to stay away from too much sugar. Like, I noticed that when I have a lot of sugar, I have a lot of acne, and also salt. Obviously, I'm not the most strict person with my diet, but I try to avoid it if I have like an event coming up and I want my skin to be like clear. But yeah, there's so many things that impact your acne, and when you find out what does it, then you know what to do to improve it. And also, things that you can't really change is like time of the month, like hormones. Every month your skin will probably break out and get worse towards your period, and that still happens to me, but I feel like it happens to a lesser extent now that I've had Accutane. Now that I'm like really happy with my skincare routine, my skin is much better. I don't really get painful breakouts anymore. Like, sometimes I do get pimples, but it's not as bad as it was before. And I feel like once you've established this really good skincare routine, you should just stay with it. Don't follow all of these trends that come up on TikTok. Just stick with it, and you will be happy that you did. So number 3, we're going to talk about how I faded my hyperpigmentation. So once you get rid of the active breakouts, you are still left with the scars of the pimples. Whether you popped it or not, you probably still have them up there. And I feel like the thing that helped the most was this combination that I had of tretinoin, azelaic acid, and also niacinamide. I got this from an online dermatologist called Skin and Me, and I also have tried different ingredients which really help, especially if you're a person of color or you have darker skin. Some of the products that may help for lighter skin may not work for you, so I would really recommend tranexamic acid. That was really good. I got the Superdrug one, and it was only like £5. So I've used like 2 or 3 bottles, and it makes a really big difference, especially for how much it is. I also do use an AHA, and it's called a daily AHA, but I use it literally once a week, if not once every 2 weeks, because I know that they really recommend that you use it daily, but I'm telling you, if you use it daily, you're gonna mess up your skin barrier. So I use this Ren AHA once a week if I remember, or maybe once every 2 weeks, and it really does help because it has the acid which basically wears away layers of skin so that the skin under can come through, and that is what fades the hyperpigmentation over time. Obviously, don't use all of these things all at once. You have to basically do skin cycling. Maybe you use the tretinoin like once or twice a week, and then you use the HA like once a week, and you have days where you don't use anything at all. As I said before, sun cream, sun cream, sun cream. This is one of the things that have made the most difference in my skin. Sun cream is literally so good, especially if you apply it at least once a day and maybe twice or 3 times a day if it's sunny. This really makes a difference because it prevents all of these dark spots from getting darker, and it basically brightens up your skin overall. Guys, do not take this lightly. Please wear sun cream. Even if it's a cheap one, even if it's like one that you don't really like that much, just find one and use it because it will actually help you a lot. So guys, that has been my skin journey. I'm really happy with the way my skin is now. I hope this video really helps you. I wish I had a video like this when I was struggling with my acne, and I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe. Bye.